She may be calling.
First of all, I want to say that I have a story with a moral that's very instructive, not only for these children here, but for all of us. Now, the word squint. Squint means you narrow your eyes, you strain your eyes, and try to see something more clearly than what you otherwise would. Right? Now, I graduated from college in 1955, and in order to be able to do that, in those days of the universal draft, I had to agree with the draft board that I would be drafted as soon as I got out of college. If I didn't agree to that, they would have taken me after my sophomore year. Now, that's called volunteering for the draft. One person who planned to do something later on in life wanted to get into the draft and out of it as soon as they could. So in August of 1955, I was drafted. First step in the draft is you go and have a physical. And in that physical, part of the test is an eye vision test. And I was looking at the chart, and they had me take my very thick glasses off because I have very bad astigmatism. I looked at the chart, and I realized I could see the big letter E and a couple of other lines, but I wanted to see another line or two. So I strained, I narrowed my eyes, I squinted, and I got a couple more lines. I passed, and I was drafted. Now we go to Germany. 2 years in the military. Near the end of the second year, the 3rd Armored Division was a part of the 7th Army, which was located in France. Near the end of the second year, Inspector General people from the 7th Army came to look at the records of these 9 companies. 9 companies. We trained all the time. We were called combat ready. We were ready to go to an incident. We had alerts all the time, and we'd get in our vehicles and roar off, and who knows to where. Anyway, so they call my name and say, go up to the headquarters office. I go up there, and the Inspector General officer said, we've been looking at the records of the medical records, and we see that your vision without glasses is so poor, you should not be in a combat-ready outfit. You'd be a threat, okay? So they said, what we'll do is we'll move you back to 7th Army headquarters in France, if you want us to. Well, I only had a couple months more to go, so I said, no, don't do that. And then I mentioned that when I took that eye exam, that I had squinted. And with a wry smile on his face, the Inspector General said, too bad you squinted, because if you hadn't, you would never have been drafted at all. Now, so as a result of that, as a result of squinting, 2 years in the Army, then I go to Michigan Law School, year 1, 2, 3. In year 3, I meet Nancy in the late fall. And by the end of that year, I had blinded her to such an extent that she agreed to marry me. Now, think back. If I had not squinted, I would not have gone into the Army. I would have entered law school 2 years sooner. I would have been in Ann Arbor, all things being equal, I would have been in Ann Arbor. When Nancy was a sophomore, I never would have met her. So, by trying to do my best, trying to do as good as I could possibly do, the result is that you all are here, we're all here together. That's the moral of the story.